Okay, what's going on, everybody? We're gonna go ahead and get right into the live. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys a easy way to save money, which is cooking. And really, cooking saves you a lot of money instead of going out to eat, things of that nature. And I'm gonna show you an easy meals that can stretch you out, that can stretch your meals out for up to the whole week. 4 meals up to like 5 meals. It just depends on how much ingredients you use. So this is gonna be kind of a little tutorial, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the ingredients we're gonna use, the way that I like to do it, how I like to set everything up, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So the meal that we're gonna be making is pot roast. Now, I love pot roast. If you're not a meat eater, then I'm sorry. Maybe you can find a vegetarian or other option, but you can use these principles to make a lot of other type of stewed dishes and stewed meats. A lot of the foods that taste the best and that actually will stretch the meal out is cooked slowly over time. If you think about like stewed meats, pot roast, barbecue, um, what was it? I just had one meal that I thought that was just on my mind. Like Jamaican food, like oxtails, all those foods that are really rich and full of flavor and that taste delicious are cooked over a long period of time. And so this is what I got as far as the meat. This is a chuck roast. Now, a chuck roast is a cheaper type of meat. This whole thing cost me like $13, and this can feed a single person. Like you can think about it, cut it like this in half. This can last you for about 3 to 4 days. Now, if you get like a bigger piece, obviously it's gonna last you like maybe the whole week. So what I did to prep this meat is I dry brined it. What dry brining is you get kosher salt. I have a little jar of salt, and all I did was put a generous amount all over the meat, and I put this on a wire rack in the refrigerator overnight. And what this does is it draws moisture out of the meat. You see how it has like a little pool of moisture on the top? Maybe you can see that, maybe you can't. Yeah, you can see that little moisture. What this does is it draws the moisture out the meat and it soaks back into the meat. So this is a really great way to make sure that your meat is nice and tender, because it also helps the meat get more tender because it helps break it down. But it also puts more salt back into the middle of the meat. Usually we only salt the top surface of our food, but this uses the osmosis principle to allow water to be reabsorbed into the meat. So what I'm doing right now, maybe I can get off of face tracking. Oh. Okay, yeah, get off of face tracking. Oh, nope, it's still on face tracking. Anyways, what I'm doing right now is I'm just patting the meat dry. I'm patting the meat dry so when we sear it, we get a nice crust on the outside of the meat. You can do the same thing for steaks. You can do the same thing for chicken. All you do is salt it and put it in the refrigerator overnight. You can go up to like 48 hours, but I don't want to go that long, especially with salting something, because you get like a cured taste, like it becomes more like a cured food. Anyways, so we're gonna have brine meat. The second part of the ingredients are our vegetables, and in French they call this our I forgot what it's called exactly, but it's onions, celery, onions, celery, carrots, and I have a little bit of garlic. Garlic's not always used in pot roast, but I like the taste of garlic, so you do what you do. So we have that. Then of course we have our seasonings, because we black. We ain't about to not season our food. So I have the Lawry's seasoned salt. We got Better Than Bouillon. This is a really good it's kind of like a beef broth type thing. It's really good for the flavor of the meat. And I also got some other bouillon cubes. Here, focus camera. Yep, that's good too. Then my mom, she bought some pot roast seasoning. I wasn't really planning on using this, but why not? The more you layer these flavors, the better that everything tastes. And I also like using French onion. So we got all these like different ingredients, and we're gonna put it all together. I also love peppers, or pepper. This is a peppercorn medley. So with all that being said, Now I'm going to, oh, I also have beef broth. Well, I like using beef broth, but I don't have it. So we have chicken broth. You can also use vegetable broth, but you really want that because it's better than adding just water. It gives you a better flavor all around. So, and I also have some wine. Oh, yep, some red wine to deglaze the pan after you cook your vegetables and everything. So that's pretty much all you need. If I forget anything, I'm gonna say it, but you can kind of freestyle. That's the whole point of cooking, is that you can kind of do your own thing with cooking. There's no set rules of how you have to do everything. So I'm going to, just so you can see everything, I'm gonna move back a little bit. I'm going to rinse off my vegetables, but first I'm gonna just cut them down, cut all the excess parts that we don't need. So this is like the butt of the celery. We don't need that. And the tops of the celery, we don't need that either. Boom. So all these, I put this in my compost. At my mom's house, you guys probably see me live in my Tesla, but at my mom's house, I have a compost bin in the backyard. So all my little food scraps or things that I wouldn't normally eat, that's like part of my meal, or like stuff that I don't want to throw away and waste, I just throw it into the compost. That's as simple as it is for me. And yeah, so put that right there for now. And I got a bowl. So I'm going to put all these celery pieces in the bowl. Boom. And this is going to go get rinsed in a second. Then the carrots, I'm going to get a peeler. Well, actually, I'm going to cut the onions first. So if you guys never seen how people, if you've never seen how people cut onions, this is how I do it. I cut the ends off, and this is the way you hold a knife, by the way. You want to put your finger, your pointer finger, by the front of the knife and your thumb on the back of the knife. So that way you have control. You don't want to hold it by this part. You want to hold it like this. So you're going to slice the end off, turn it around. Hey, what's up, David? Good morning, David. Yeah, so today I'm talking about how to make a pot roast. Take those skins off, extra skin. Boom. So you have your onion like this. And all I do is I just cut this in half. And then I take off like one of the first layers of skin. And yeah, see, so you want to just watch it out, like that little part, stuff like that, stuff that you probably want to normally eat. Just, you know, watch out for it and take it off. So I'm gonna go ahead, and you don't have to really chop it like crazy, just like roughly chop it like that, just into cubes, because it's gonna break down when we put it into the pot roast. So I'm gonna just cut that little ugly piece off that I didn't like, and just cut it like this, and then cut it like this. How you doing this morning, David? If you're still here, what's one of your favorite meals that you love to cook or that you love to eat? Today we're making a pot roast, and I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to make this. One of the easiest meals that you can make, one of the tastiest meals you can make, and one of the most cost affordable meals that you can make. So again, I'm just gonna cut this onion down this way, take the first layer of skin off. Sometimes it's a little tougher because the skin be thin. If you want to, you could just take out a thicker layer. Like if you just don't even want to deal with it, just take out this whole thicker layer. And again, like I said, I'm just throwing all that stuff into the compost, so I don't mind taking it off. So I just cut down this way, cut down this way. And if this is a bigger onion, you would just make more cuts. And just know, onions are gonna make you cry. I already feel it welling up in my eyeballs. My tears are about to come, but it's okay. So again, cut the end off, cut the other end off. Boom, boom. My eyes, my eyes. All right, cut the middle. Take off that first layer. Man, I used to work in a restaurant. I always used to make pico de gallo. Good. I'm just starting to cook right now. So mostly air fry and frozen things. Okay, I got you. Yeah, so this will be a good, I would say, like beginner thing. I think everybody should know how to make a pot roast because it'll last you for weeks or, for days. It'll last you the whole week. But it's just something that you can keep with you. And I will say, your family and friends and girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, will love you. I'm just saying, people love this, the way that this tastes. Oh my gosh, the onions, they got to me. They got to me. But okay, so next I'm going to crack open this garlic. So I'm going to use, that's a pretty decent size of meat. And I like garlic. I love garlic. So I'm going to use 3, maybe 4 big cloves. If these cloves are smaller, you more. It's all the taste. I don't cook by recipes. I'm not that type of cook. I just go by feel. So to open garlic up, all you have to do is just get the knife and get the side of it, smash it like that. Get the side of it. Ooh. That one went flying behind me. Okay, another one. Smash it like that. This way you're able to peel out the skin that's on the garlic. It just comes off, just like that. So you just peel off the skin. Boom. And these, I'm not going to chop them because, again, we're going to put them into the pot roast and all that juice and everything. It's going to break down these garlics anyway. So I'm just going to put that to the side. Now for the carrots, I'm going to get a peeler. So give me just 1 second. I'm going to get a peeler. Good gracious, I'm dropping everything. Okay, so my mom got like this fancy, nice pillar. You've probably seen those other pillars. Anyways, you just get your carrot. Come on. All right. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing better. Anyways, you just peel it. That's all I'm doing. You just peel the outside of the carrot. Get all that skin off. Watch your fingers. Make sure you don't cut yourself. With all this stuff, just be careful. If you're not used to cooking, I've definitely cut the tip of my thumb off one time when I was cooking. I was chopping, working, and I literally cut the tip of my thumb off. It was painful. It took a while to heal, so just be careful. Hold up. I wonder if I can. Okay, yeah, that's better. All right, yeah. So with the carrots, the way I'm doing it, I like to cut them diagonally. So I'm going to chop off that top part, that ugly little thing, whatever, and just cut them about this length in little diagonals. I just like cutting them like that. They just look better. So, boom. And again, everything is to taste. So I can't really tell you exactly how many carrots I'm using. Well, I can't tell you exactly how much carrots I'm using today, but it's going to change day by day how much I'm using. So I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carrots. 6, 7. So they're pretty much about this length. Try to keep them around this length. Sorry about my 6'7" joke. My girlfriend, she's got me into saying that all the time. She's like 6'7", 6'7". I'm like, goodness gracious. But all the kids, they'd be like that today. And she has a lot of nieces and nephews, and I'd be joking that she's a kid herself because I'm a little bit older than her. Anyways, go ahead, take it again, hold it like this: finger, thumb, boom, and slice. Now go about, I say 2 inches, 2 or 3 inches. That's how big these are. And yeah, just keep doing the same thing. We're just going to keep doing it until all these carrots are cut. Boom. Yeah, David, I hope you try out this recipe, or, if you're trying stuff in the air fryer, there's a lot of stuff you can cook in the air fryer. I'll tell you, you can make baked potatoes in the air fryer. You can make steak in the air fryer. I made chicken wings in the air fryer. I made donuts in the air fryer. Air fryer is a really good tool, even if you're cooking fresh foods. I know you're talking about frozen, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can make with fresh, frozen, whatever. It don't matter. But you know what I'm saying? If you want something that's going to be delicious, I'm telling you, can't beat this recipe. So boom. Now let's go a little bit faster. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of these carrots. I'm gonna peel them all at the same time. So all I have to do is just cut them all at the same time. You just want to get that outer skin off. That outer skin, you know, it's been in the ground. It's a little bit more bitter, but you could eat it. You know what I'm saying? You could eat it whole. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you rinse it off and wash it. We actually have vegetable soap. So, boom. Like I said, I just put all this stuff in the compost. So you can just put it in the trash, but me and my mom, we don't like putting stuff in the trash because one, it attracts the smell. So there are bugs, insects, rodents, all those are they're attracted to the smell. When you put it into the compost, it actually breaks it down and it just turns it into fertilizer or soil. They're not going to eat the fertilizer or soil. They might try to eat the food that you put in there, but over time, it's going to break down basically into dirt and it's going to, you know, become nutrients for the garden. And so that's why I love the compost. So yeah, we're going to just chop up these carrots, chop off that end. And now we can just go a lot faster because I'm not doing it individually anymore. So I could literally cut all 3 of these carrots at the same time. And also, when you're cutting things, beware. Like I said, keep your fingers out the way of the knife. Make sure that you hold it in a way that you could just inch the food over, and your fingers that are in the way away from the knife as much as possible. So that's pretty much it. Now that we have the carrots and the celery, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in here, and I'm gonna take them to the sink and just rinse them off real quick. So bear with me. Hopefully the camera will follow me. So yeah, I'm just gonna rinse them off. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape to the city. I'll make it through. Follow me. If you guys know where that's from, then you're goated. It's from Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Adventure 2, to be specific. A good way to rinse off your vegetables too, besides just putting water, is you can put white vinegar in it. I don't think I have any white vinegar out right now. But yeah, white vinegar, it's a great way to get the bacteria off of your fruits and vegetables and meat, because vinegar is a great way. It just kills bacteria. Vinegar kills bacteria and it prevents bacteria from growing. And yeah, it's just great way to make sure that you're being sanitary and clean. Okay, so now I'm going to get a few of these celeries, do the same exact thing. I'm just going to cut them at an angle. Well, I'm going to actually cut these a little bit smaller because I don't like big chunks of celery in my pot roast. So yeah, I'm going to cut them a little bit smaller. That's good. So you just want them to be anywhere from like this big to like this big. It's not a big deal. So again, I'm just going to put them back into this bowl. All right. Okay. Now we're almost to the good part. And the good part is cooking that meat, because the meat's the main dish. You know what I'm saying? The meat's the star of the show. So, boom. All right. Now we got our onions, garlic, celery. And when you do stuff like this in the kitchen, it's called mise en place. It means you have everything in order. Like, I already have all my fruits and vegetables chopped up. Now I can just focus on, cooking. I don't have to worry about, I gotta cut the vegetables and cut the fruit and stuff. And then cook the meat, and then come back and do that and whatever. I forgot 1 carrot. I missed 1 carrot, I see. So cut this bad boy real quick. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All right, now 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. The cleaner, the way, if you clean as you go, the better it is. I suck at cleaning as I go. I'm not gonna lie. You can ask my mom; she will tell you I'm horrible at cleaning as I go. But we're gonna get it all clean. Don't worry. All right, now I'm gonna take you over to my stove area. Let me wipe my hands off because my hands are a little grody and disgusting. Says, I have watched every video on this channel. It's been inspirational watching you make money moves. Oh man, hey, appreciate you, David. Yeah, man. I'm just doing my best to keep on growing and keep on showing up, and being inspiration to myself and to you guys as well. All right, I'm trying to set this up, but yeah, I appreciate it, David. That actually means a lot, man. Because some days I be on this channel, I'm like, is it even worth it? Am I even, all YouTubers go through that. All YouTubers go through that self-doubt. Is it even worth it type thing? And I will tell you that it really is. Okay, so I think that's a good angle. Hopefully y'all can see everything. Okay, so yeah, you can see the meat. I can see. All right, so all I have is it's a stainless steel pan. I love this type of pan because when it heats up, it gives you a really nice crust, and it's like non-stick basically when you learn how to use it. So I'm gonna turn up the heat up to like a higher heat. David, what is one of your favorite tips that you learned from, I guess, my channel, or what is the thing that you come back for? What makes it inspirational to you? Because I'm just making the videos every day, so I'm on the inside looking out instead of the outside looking in. What would you like to see more of? And yeah, I'm just doing it day by day, man. I don't know exactly what I'm doing half the time. I just try my best. And even today when I was looking at, all right, what content can I make today? Well, I knew I had to make a pot roast, and I knew that this actually saves me money. So I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and make a video on it. So like I said, with this steak, we're gonna go ahead and pat it dry on both sides. And I already seasoned it. I already seasoned it with just salt last night, and I let it sit overnight, and it got brined. So it's already full of salty flavor. You can't tell because I'm not gonna taste the raw piece of meat, but it's there. So after it's been sitting like that, I'm gonna put it in this pan. And then once I take this out the pan, I'm gonna put all the onions and stuff like that in it. And we're pretty much gonna get more and more into the recipe as time goes on. But right now I'm gonna heat the pan up, make sure that the oil is shimmering, have a little bit of smoke coming off that oil, and I'll put it directly in there. But like I said, we got some Laura's, some Mike Laura's. We got that onion broth soup. We got that chicken broth. We got wine. We have pepper. My mom got this pot roast seasoning. And I like using this Better Than Bouillon. It looks like this. It's like a paste. It smells really fragrant. It has a lot of different flavors. And we have these bouillon cubes as well. So really, we're just layering a lot of flavor over and over. We got to get that flavor in. Nobody wants no bland nothing. We want everything to be packed full of flavor. So I'm just waiting until this oil gets a little bit smoky, a little bit shimmery. And I'm going to put this meat directly in. Whenever you put meat in, don't put it like towards you. Put it away from you. So if the oil splashes, it splashes away from you. So you want to make sure you hear that sizzle. And that's good. So, yep, I'm going to turn my vent on. turn my vent on, and I'm gonna set my timer to. I'm gonna set it for 5 minutes. So it's gonna cook on 5 minutes on one side. I'm gonna flip it. It's gonna cook on 5 minutes the other side. And I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit so it's not so high. Maybe medium high heat. I'm gonna get this out the way. And I'm gonna get my vegetables ready to toss in. But I'm gonna get you a little bit closer so you can see what this meat is doing. This would be a perfect time to, clean up, do a little bit of cleanup. Like I said, I'm horrible at that, so I'm gonna try to get better. So I'm gonna put all my scraps and everything on this pan. I think I'm pretty much done with my cutting board and everything. So while that's doing this thing, let me show you what we're gonna be cooking it in. So this is a slow cooker. I got this from a friend at work. It says Revival crock pot. It's a crock pot. So basically you have two settings on this one. It's low and high. If you want to cook this stuff faster, just put it on high. But if you want to cook it low and slow, put it on low, and it'll go for 8 to something hours, or if high, maybe 4 to 6 hours, depending on the size of the meat. But yeah, I already have it preheated. This thing is already pretty hot. So once this meat gets ready, I'm gonna put that meat directly into the crock pot. Somebody's texting me. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Places to go, gotta follow my way, boy. And to keep moving on. What lies ahead? Only one way to find out. I'll keep on moving ahead. Nothing said. What can I see? Take my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. Yeah, now we got most of the hard part over. Now it's just waiting. Cooking and waiting and chilling and cooking and doing our thing. A great thing to do is all this fat part. You want to make sure you get that part too. Make sure you render that down. It'll render down when it cooks, but it's a good thing to give it a head start. You know when this type of stuff is ready on the pan, when it slides around like it is, it's good to turn over, but I'm gonna just leave it on there for a little bit longer. We have 45 seconds now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over now. You see this crust we got? We got this crust because of salting it the night before, and also because of how we have this pan. Another thing I like to do, I like to take this top because it's kind of heavy. I'll put it on top of there so that way it weighs the steak down and we get nice full coverage and surface area. So again, I'm gonna set the timer for, I'm gonna say 4 minutes. And we're gonna let it do its thing. All the meat has to do is just cook. I'm actually about to open one of my doors because it kind of gets smoky in here when you're cooking meat on high. So yeah, that way we can avoid the fire alarm coming on because I can tell you, I had so many times when the fire alarm came on and it's very annoying. Who likes that? So yeah, we're just gonna let the meat cook. And then after this, after the meat gets to, well, it's not even gonna get to a temperature. We just want to get a crust on both sides. So that's why we're cooking it on one side. And then we're gonna cook it on the other side. Boom, boom. Now this camera should be tracking me again. All right, so we're gonna cook it on one side and the other. And then we got our mise en place, our vegetables and everything here. We're gonna toss that into the pan, get those nice and tender. And then I'm gonna add the wine, the chicken stock, chicken broth, and the better than bouillon. I'm gonna get like a spoonful, a big like tablespoonful. Put that in there. One of these bouillon cubes, the pot roast seasoning, and the French onion soup. I actually see that I have another one. Here's the one that's by Lipton. It's the same exact thing. You can use either or, but if you're trying to be on a great value budget, use great value. You don't have to be all fancy and get like these ingredients that chefs be talking about, but something else that you can add as far as to the recipe is herbs. Something I love to add. These are old and they're dying. Oh, they just dried. This is thyme and this is parsley. So you can add that as well. I like to add the herbs more till the end so that way you don't burn them. But yeah, this meat has 2 more minutes and then we're gonna take it over and put it in the crock pot. But yeah, cooking is just a lot of waiting. Once you get used to learning how to wait, then and be patient, then you become a better cook. When I was little, I used to want everything to cook real fast. So I would put everything at the highest temperature and then I would have the house smoking like it is right now. But I don't mind it like this because I'm actually doing it on purpose. But I would have either the house smoking or sometimes I'd have certain things burnt. And me and my family, we like stuff a little bit burnt. I know everybody would be like, don't burn it. Don't burn the bacon or don't burn the pancakes, whatever. My family, they do not like anything undercooked. As far as if they were eating a steak, they like that junk well done. And I'm like about well done. They'd be like, well done. Hockey puck. Me, I eat my steak like medium. Or I eat my eggs, I eat them over easy or over medium. I don't mind my eggs runny, but they do not like their eggs runny. So learning how to control your temperature and be patient is the key to a lot of things with cooking. All right, so I'm gonna turn this face thing off. Let me get you back. Let's look at this. See that? See that crust? We're just gonna get this fat side a little bit. About a minute on the fat sides. You don't really need to do it too crazy. $30 seconds to a minute. You just want it to be a little bit brown like that. Same thing. Get it on all edges. If it's a bigger piece of meat, just make sure you get all sides. Okay, now I can lower the heat a little bit. And now we're gonna take it to the other side where I showed you I had the crock pot. I wish I had a videographer. It would be great. But it's just me. It's just me, your boy, son, Yana-san, all by his lonesome. Okay. All right, so all we're gonna do, take this meat, put it in here. I'm gonna pour out some of this oil too. I'll keep a little bit in there. But you see all that brown stuff? That's good. We need that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this brown stuff back over to the stove and we're gonna cook our vegetables. So I'm gonna put this top over this meat. We're not gonna worry about it right now. Let me bring this back over here to this part of my kitchen. I'm gonna turn the vent off because we ain't cooking no high temperature meat no more. I gotta get my laptop because my laptop's connected to my camera. This is how I'm live streaming. So boom, put that right there. Put that right here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now we got this looking like this. And we're just gonna add all our vegetables, our onions, celery, garlic, and carrots. Straighten it like that. I like to do this little technique where I would just flip my wrist. But all these vegetables are gonna sweat out for a little bit, meaning a lot of their water is gonna release and steam is gonna come out and it's gonna deglaze the pan. And a lot of that stuff that's on the bottom of the pan is flavor from the meat. So we're gonna make sure that it gets out. So this smells very great right now. You can smell a little bit of the celery, the aromatics of the onion. This is just gonna give your food a lot more flavor. All right. Just toss it around. If you don't want to do the little method I was doing before, just and again, we're probably gonna do it for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna put the lid on it. I'm gonna set it to 4 minutes. Nothing too crazy, nothing too long. Make sure you guys stay hydrated, okay? And make sure you guys take your minerals. This is magnesium. Magnesium gives you that energy. Minerals break down vitamins, and vitamins are the building blocks to your body. You know, that's how you grow your nails. That's how you grow your hair. That's how your skin looks like it's supposed to. Without minerals, vitamins cannot break down as efficiently. So you need minerals to break down vitamins, and that's how you get more energy in your cells in your body. So all this food that we're eating, it has vitamins and nutrients, right? Like the carrots have vitamin C, the carrots, I mean the celery. I don't know. Greens have, I think, vitamin A, and onions. I know they have some beneficial properties too. So don't worry too much about the aspect of it. Just make sure you eat your veggies. Yeah, it's smelling really good. I'm just gonna make sure you scrape the bottom too. Get all that goodness, all that brown stuff that I showed you. So I just like doing like this. Oh, let me not play music in the live because I might get copyright. All right, you guys, we have 45 seconds. I'm just going to go ahead and pull this lid off right here. But everything looks a little bit more cooked. The onions look a little bit more translucent. Just stir and toss everything around. Boom. All right, now, once you get to this part, this is when I like to add chicken broth. Okay, well, I found out that chicken broth is no good, so we're not gonna eat that. We're not gonna drink that. That's a no-go. So all I'm gonna do is get a cup for this wine. I'm gonna use about a cup full. About this much. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, that's enough. That's good. Again, I'm gonna stir it around. Now I had some chicken broth, but it didn't smell right to me, so I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna see if I have any other option, any other thing I can substitute for that. And unfortunately, I don't think I do. I don't think I do. So all I'm gonna do is improvise. See, when you're cooking and you don't have everything that you think you need or that you thought you had, it's okay. You can still save it by doing something else. I'm also gonna put a little bit of this Worcestershire. Just a little bit of that. See if we have any chicken stock in here. This cabinet. And no. All right. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna put some water. I prefer chicken stock or beef stock because it's just more flavorful than water. But like we gotta work with what we got. So after I put the water in there, I'm gonna put like one of these cubes in here. That's how it looks. Just drop that in there. I'm gonna put this pot roast seasoning that my mom got. I know I keep on mentioning my mom got it because I don't know. I like doing stuff the old-fashioned way. I don't really like buying too much stuff that's pre-made. But then we're gonna put this better than bouillon in here too. It looks like this. It's like big glob of goop. And you just put that in there. Try to get as much of it off the spoon as possible. If not, it's okay. I'm not gonna get every piece, but after that, I'm gonna take that French onion soup, like this one that I showed you. Same thing. Just open it. I don't know if you can see that. Just put it in there. Simple as that. Now, we got all that stuff in there. Stir that stuff around. Cover that back on. I say give it about another 4 minutes. Okay, I'm just finishing up a live stream. I'll be over there. We'll be over there soon. My friend said, if you're looking, it ain't cooking. So, okay. My friend said, if you're looking, it ain't cooking. So, okay. But yeah, guys, this is the most boring part of the cooking part. You just let things do its thing. And once it gets done, we're going to put all this deliciousness over the meat. So I'm gonna let it go for like another, a few minutes or so. Make sure we incorporate all that stuff we put in there. These vegetables are getting nice and soft. We don't need it at boiling, so just keep it at like a low heat where it's just simmering. But yeah, the more you cook, the more you get used to being in the kitchen, the easier it becomes. Like this to me, it's pretty much like second nature. I don't really have to think too much when I'm doing any of this type of stuff. It's like getting like making YouTube videos. Like it doesn't really take me too much effort to like really make the video. Maybe the ideal of it and everything, but yeah, this is something I could just do. Like how some people could just dance, like people could just dance or whatever their thing is singing. I'm not a singer, but some people just that's their thing, and they could just do it anytime, any day, anyway. So I'll let this go for another 2 minutes or so, and then I'm about to get out of here because I have to go do a family meeting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Cook the meat, chop your veggies, get all your stuff. The biggest thing I want to get when I go out today is get some broth. We get some beef broth just so I can have it on reserve. But you can season it however you like. Um, I like to use like onion powder, garlic powder, things like that. I actually really like this Danos. Danos has some really good seasoning. I'm actually going to add a little bit. I'm actually going to add a little bit of this. What is this? Cajun. Add a little bit of this Cajun Danos right here. And I think I have some. Yeah, some Chipotle Danos. There's some good stuff right here too. So you got to figure out what you like and like how you like to eat, what tastes good to you. I gotta show you another angle because this looks so good right now. And I'm not saying it just because I made it, but like it actually looks good. Look at that. Look at that. And this is just vegetables. This is just celery, onion, garlic, and carrots. Okay, that's the timer for this. All right, flip it back towards me. Ooh, I got nervous. All right, now I'm gonna bring the camera back over here. My camera has a mind of its own, literally. So okay, now be careful with this part, you guys. Do not burn yourself and do not drop all this deliciousness that we made. So if you want to, I'm gonna show you. You could just get a spoon, but I don't need a spoon. Just be careful. Boom. Okay. Now we're at the easy part and probably the hardest part, and that's just waiting for the food to get done. So now all we literally have to do is just wait for the food to get done. So I try to make sure everything's mostly submerged in the liquid. If you want to, like I said, you can add more water or add more beef stock, vegetable stock on top of this. I wish my chicken stock wasn't bad, or else I would add that in there because it just adds more flavor. But yeah, we're pretty much good at this point. So it's just gonna cook, and I would say let this go for about, depending on the size of meat, I'll probably let this go at least for 4 to 6 hours, if not 8. The longer you let it cook, the more that meat's gonna break down. And actually, this type of food is actually even better the second day because it's had time to rest, it's had time to absorb all the flavors, so it's even more tasty. Anyways, you guys, I gotta get going. That's how you start a crock pot for pot roast, and it's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be one of the best things that you eat. It's gonna be save you money, and you're gonna be able to eat pretty much all week. Just be frugal. Learn how to cook yourself. Learn how to make this stuff from home from scratch, and you'll save a lot of money versus going to restaurants or eating out. You can make very high quality, very high nutritional, healthy food at home versus going out to eat every night. So that's all I have to say. This is Sun Yanasan with Why Not Money, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.